All right, guys. Hello, good evening, and how are you? Well, today's session is very special indeed because we are going to play 7 plus 3 games. Those are rapid games. And the reason why we are doing this special stream is that you know that the Vaidya's Chess Up will start with the knockout tournaments on April 22nd. Hello to all those who have joined in. Vihang, nice to see you. I hope you are fine. And I believe Jay is here. And I'm also happy because Dishen now has a second. Dishen tells me that Jay is his second. Hello, big hello to Aryamaka, to Chinmay who's joined in. Fantastic. Now, this stream should definitely help you in a sense that you will get an idea of how big 7 plus 3 game exactly is. I'm going to play two games for you. Now, here is what I recommend that you do very strongly. Number one, what you should do is have a sequence ready in your mind about how you are going to execute your moves. For example, you might recollect I used to play those demo games where it was 15 plus 15 or 30 plus 0 time control. Type in the chat if you remember that time. Okay, it used to be very long games. We always had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like a checklist of how I determine my moves, my next move that is. Similarly, depending on your style of play, always have it set in your mind that whenever it is your move, there are a few things which you are going to check before you make or before you commit to a move. It's a very important thing. For me, what I feel is the initiative move or the force move that includes checkmate, or that's the first move I will look for. Forced move. But then I would look for hanging pieces, and I would look for a development move, then I would look for a strategic move, or maybe a waiting move. Those are the things I would watch out for. So similarly, depending on your style of play, you can determine how you are going to play. Important thing, guys, very important thing is that if you are an open game lover like me, you will play e4 because you love open games. And on top of that, if you are more like me where you like to sacrifice material to gain quick attack, it can backfire sometimes. But yes, if you are that kind of a player, well then yeah, play the game accordingly. And then if you are a positional player, you play d4, knight f3. Well, okay, then don't go about giving pieces and pawns, and that's not made for you. On Mondays, we play with the time control 3 plus 2. Okay. Now, 3 plus 2 and 7 plus 3, if you look at it, you have a little more than double the time you get on Monday. Somebody type that in the chat. This is very important. And very good evening to Saumitra, who's just joined us. He's joined us with a very interesting line. Every attack is an initiative, but every initiative is not an attack. And said by Saumitra himself, I'll second that. It's a correct thing. Okay, I was saying that now this is 7 plus 3, and what you play every Monday at the Vaidya's Chess Up is 3 plus 2. So that's little more than double the time you are going to get. Consider that. So there is no real need to play in a rush. Focus. Now, one thing that would really disappoint me is you not registering what your opponent played as his last move. That's very disappointing. I have seen this happen, and sometimes it is excusable. Just like if you have under 10 seconds on the clock and really you're running out of time, understood. But in 7 plus 3 game, your opponent is simply attacking the queen and you are not doing anything about it. Well, that's inexcusable, unpardonable. That is punishable, I would go ahead and say. That you have no you have no explanation for why you did that apart from your carelessness. Don't let that happen. So number one advice is that you have your checklist ready. Like whenever it is your move, it's 7 plus 3 game. How am I going to plan my moves? What is it that I want to achieve by my moves? And what is the checklist? What is the order I'm going to follow? And judiciously follow that on every move. Now, this is in addition to the other things that you might have planned. For example, you might have studied what your opponent plays, what is his style of play, what are the openings. Now this is between the students of the hub, so you now know each other fairly well. You must have played against each other on Mondays. We have every tournament, we have a every Monday we have a tournament, and surely something that you know about each other now. So take that into account, and on top of that you can do all of these things. Okay, another thing is, let's say you have now come down to under 30 seconds. Let's consider a situation. He will now, the Soumitra says something, I will post a message regarding the hourly super bits tournament, and yeah, I have told you to do so. So Soumitra, that will be awesome. You would do that, and I hope that you will do it ASAP, maybe just after the stream, I don't know, but please do that without failure. Okay, so I was saying that you are now under 30 seconds, and you think that it's really now, it's touch and go. But remember that it is +3, not even +2 that you play on Monday, it's +3. So even if you get in one or two moves quickly, you get those 6 seconds, and now you have enough experience to know that from there you can bounce back. So never ever forget that even when you are really, needless to say, this is not for Samartha, our student, because we call him the under 10 seconds champion. He is. So I am saying that you guys should totally remember this, that it is +3. So at no stage should it happen that, okay, you simply lost on time. No, there are still things to do. Don't lose out on time. Play fast. Two moves and you get 6 seconds added. Think, play. And when you clearly have a winning end game, you should be able to convert from that. Okay? Fine. Now, Ayush Taude is saying, sir, if I don't play tomorrow's tournament, is it okay? Yeah, absolutely fine. No problem. And exams, definitely you got to give that a priority, because we have the tournament starting on 22nd. So that's okay. So Ayush, perfectly okay. That means that it is all the more important now that you actually enjoy this stream. 100% do that. Please do that. Okay. Fine now. So let's get started with our first game. I think we should do that now. Let's see what people are doing in the chat. Well, yeah, that's what was the last message from Ayush Taude. And I think now we should go ahead and start with our game. We will play 7+3, as I said, and we will have an opponent at random. So we are going to go with create game, maybe. That's how we do that. So create game, I'm going to go 7+3, and rated or casual, I like to keep it rated. Let's see what happens, okay? Because the main thing here is to enjoy this. So there is a question mark next to my rating, is because I have not played that many rapid games. How many have I played? I've played 60. I really have no understanding why there is a question mark. I played 60 games. Give me a break. It's still the question mark. Compared to the bullet games, that's very less. I agree. Look at the other games, like 2,900 or close to 3,000 games. In bullet, it's 9,000 games. So yeah, sure. Coming back to our game now, we have this game where it's the perk defense now. Again, now if you look closely, there is nothing that can be called initiative here. So I'm going to focus on developments. Okay. Thank you. Soumitra likes the background. Now, what this does with the background thing, Soumitra, is that it becomes static in nature. So that much fluid streaming is what you get. So now our opponent has played c6. I don't know what he's up to. This is not how you play the perk defense. I don't think so. There is again nothing that is forced here. That's my checklist. Nothing that is hanging from my opponent's perspective. So I am going to go about developing my pieces. Now you see how calmly I'm playing this game. And looks like our opponent just wants to keep everything on to the 6th rank. I don't know what he's up to. I'm going to keep my planning fairly simple here. He is playing very fast. He's up to 7 minutes now. That's awesome, guys. He is playing fast. We have castled. Our opponent has no intentions of castling early or something. Now, again, there is nothing that is hanging here. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I'm a little tempted to push c4 to get a clean center and then put the knight behind it. That is what I would like to do. Another move that I am contemplating here is rook to e1 because I like to put the rook in the line of the king. Doesn't look like he will castle long because the thing is now he's pushed his c file pawn. It's rare. Okay, so now how about developing another piece? Nothing is hanging here. Although there is definitely one thing that we could do, we could put this bishop here. But there are chances that our opponent might just go queen to b6 here. So I would first put the knight. I don't want to push the c file pawn. Let's see. I'm just playing normally here. The idea of this stream is to show you how much time at hand you have when you play 7+3. I want everybody to understand this, guys. Make sure that you understand this and just type it in the chat if you understand what I'm doing here. This stream is just to show you the advantage of playing a game where you utilize your thinking time properly. That's all I want. I don't want you to associate everything with winning and losing. There were some guys who said that they probably struggle to play this kind of time control with 7+3 because they don't know how to deal with it. Guys, now I would like to go for this pawn structure where I'll push the pawn. The logic is if he pushes this pawn, which he has, now I don't like this for black. Just properly take a look at the position here. I don't understand what our opponent is trying to achieve here. In all fairness, I'm telling you, I don't know what our opponent is up to. I have absolutely no idea. Sorry, sir. I don't know. No, seriously. What's up with that? So now the last thing for us to do is maybe we get the bishop out. Also, the other thing we could do is h3 or something. Just wait and see what our opponent wants to do. Knight b5 does give me an initiative, but of course he has some squares. So it's not that I'll readily win something. That's the only thing that bothers me. So that's why I'm thinking bishop g5 maybe, and after I take, then this becomes all the more important because now b8 will be the only square, otherwise I'll take that. So I'll go ahead and do this. Let's see if our opponent wants to exchange. Now our opponent says I don't want to exchange. That's incredible. What is our opponent really up to? Now I'm definitely going to play maybe queen to b2. Yeah, let's go ahead and connect the rooks. And now probably he has only played that to stop my move knight to b5. Well, there is no real merit in that. Absolutely no merit in that. So probably I should play the rook, connecting the rooks. Question to the bishop. What do you want to do with that bishop? Asks my opponent. What do I want to do? I want to come back. I don't want to do anything else with the bishop. Now the knight is finally out. Now I think I have a chance to put this. If I put this here, he takes. Would that be so bad? To lose the pawn there for the knight? Maybe yes, maybe no. Okay, let's reroute this knight this way. Let's see what happens. Again, we are down on time with 2 minutes and 19. I am just urging you guys to understand how much of time really you have at hand. I don't know why I did that. For this pawn. So let him do it. Goes back. I will still go ahead and play knight g3. I'm going to take that. And now maybe... No, not there. I don't want to go there. Okay. This bishop is hanging. Got to watch out for those things. We are down to 1 minute 51 here. Okay. Challenging this. Yeah, I would like to do that. And now surely I would like to take the open file. Castling has been played, and what I don't like about this position is this knight here. So let's see if I can do something about this. It's planning to put this here. Takes. We're down to 47 seconds here. I will sacrifice there. Okay. Let's see what happens here. We are down to 42 seconds. Thirty seconds. I was kind of expecting that, really. Would it be okay if we start pushing this? Oh, he realized that. He's just realized that. Okay. I'll still do that anyway. Let's see what happens. Then this. I control E8 here. That's the main thing. 23 seconds. Okay, finally now I can go for a move that stops the knight from blocking it. Then maybe the bishop. Okay, the bishop can be shut out here now. So the knight can be shut out as well. Okay, 14 seconds. The knight moves, I'm going to have to bring the rook here, otherwise it will be check wherever the knight moves. Oh, he did that. Oh no, now I'm going to resign, right? Yeah, now surely I'm going to resign this. Oh, that was not good. Now I'll resign now. All right. The patience is so important. The reason why you should enjoy this, the result doesn't matter. What matters is the amount of time spent on the board. Amount of time spent on the board. I will gladfully, when I show this broadcast, this tournament, I will gladfully take you losing out on time and then maybe losing the game rather than playing something impatiently and at 7 plus 3 not even you know taking any time for the opening preparation. Now this one in the opening, in the chat reading and everything, that would that would be a lot to use this kind of time and getting into this kind of deficit. But I am exaggerating it to put you at a proper place. That's very important. You do that. Don't care about you know the the need for speed at the opening. Just don't do that. Okay. However, we might just go ahead and analyze this game because this is quite interesting. Let's take a look at the experience of our opponent. He has played 27,820 games. I repeat, our opponent, the number of rapid games I played is 61, including this game. Before this game, it was 60. Our opponent, if you can type it in the chat, our opponent has played 27,820 games, rapid games. You imagine that kind of experience? 27,000 rapid games. So maybe he knew this idea or this setup 20 or 30 times more than what I would at the rapid game. 27,000. You got to be kidding me, but that's the kind of experience our opponent had there. 27. Just type that. The number is huge. Okay. Again, I'm saying the thing I want to highlight is that you should go ahead and use time. This is different than 3 plus 2. Yes, that's the number people are typing in the chat. 27,000 games. 27,000 games. And that's just rapid. Let's go back. That's just rapid. Our dear Mr. Opponent has played 500 only blitz games. That's it. So he plays blitz very less. When it comes to bullet, he has a question mark. So maybe challenging in the bullet will be interesting stuff. And you can see the rating difference there. He's just played about 9 games there. And that's why his rating there is 1449. See, this is what you have to understand. And this is again something where you have to study your opponent. That's why studying the opponent is important. So he had way too much experience for my liking in the rapid. I have a question mark in somebody type that. I have a question mark in rapid. He has a question mark in bullet, where I have about 10,000 games. How many have I played? Let's see. How many bullet games have I played there? Let's see. Yeah, there are 10,000 games, 9,967 something. So, you know what I'm saying here. It's magnificent. That is how study is important. This game shows that. Well, hats off to my opponent, played well, but we will analyze before we get back to that next game. We have to analyze this. All right. Um, let's see. Let's get to the start. I think at the start, white was definitely better. I'm not sure about this move. Let's see. Yeah, I told you. I think c6 is not the move. This is a perk defense. You should have played g6. But anyway, 1.3 was the advantage. Look at the advantage. So we are playing the opening well. 1.9, 2.2. Not bad at all. He says it was better for the bishop to come back. But still 1.4. Yeah, retreating the bishop was the right idea. I was contemplating h3 here. Okay, now here, this knight, the idea was correct, but we didn't execute it quickly because I was worried about this bishop being trapped. The thing was, after the knight move, the bishop would have the e2 square. Point noted. See, the idea was so right. We wanted to reroute the knight to the square e2 and then to g3. A final destination was f5. But then I was worried after this move that, okay, maybe bishop will get trapped. But when the knight moves, well, the bishop gets the retreat square. So the computer thinks that was okay. Still, what we played is not all that bad. Had to take that. Queen to d3 was good. Oh, I was thinking about queen a3, but I thought it would be she would be in the line with the bishop, so I didn't play that. Anyway, no, the computer does not like this rook move for some reason. From a perfectly equal position here to a minus 2.2 here. Why is that so bad? Computer says immediately should have taken the opposition. I did not take the opposition because I would have gotten doubled pawns, right? Let's say knight would have taken, I would have rather taken, had him take with the bishop. Let's see what happens. And I was worried about these double pawns, but then computer thinks that this is fine. The double pawns are not a problem here. And that is too much for a human to evaluate. That's why I played the rook to open file. Okay, now this one was bad because there was always bishop g5 and we were overconfident with this knight here that he would never be able to play bishop g5, but that pawn does kick the knight out. So the sacrifice just sealed the game. Minus 5.4. There's no point analyzing after that. Yeah, so it was perfectly equal until you go for this move. However, let me go to that point where we were +2 at this stage. Here, the computer for some reason says play this and just stop any b5 ideas. a6, b5, just stop those ideas. Maybe I'll remember that for the future. If he's expanding on the queen side, maybe I should go a4 and just stop any b5 and then c4 or b4 ideas. I should stop that. If he pushes a6 and then b5, I'll still exchange and the rook gets exchanged. Anyway, he's going to castle short and we've already castled short. Anyway, good learning experience. Well, I learned a lot from that. Alan is here. I didn't notice. When did you come here, Alan? Hello, good evening. How are you and how are the things in Kerala? Let's go ahead and play one more game. So, Alan, I'm happy that you've understood how the pairings work now. I'm happy. One more 7 plus 3 game. Well, thanks to you, I'm at least now going to get to 62 games. I'll get there. 62 games, I'll get there. So we have this green rabbit here that you see. We will only wait for 7 plus 3. The reason is that we have to practice here. Okay. Yes, Alan is right about rapid and blitz. There is a huge difference. By the way, somebody comment about today's streaming. Just tell me about it. I'm sure that today's streaming is top notch, especially with the static background. Let me know. Oh, okay, got the opponent. The game was about to be aborted. Okay, now here we go. E4, E5. Dream situation. A dream situation here. The stream is brilliant, yes, and this is of course brilliant because it is without a lag, and that's why I've adjusted some settings. I will next time try to have those motion backgrounds also. Again, here our opponent is rated less than us, but remember what I'm about to say, but he actually must have played some games. Let's see the experience. 1,900, 2,000 games is from Italy. 2,000 games. Yes, the stream is brilliant, and I am personally also very happy with the way stream is going right now. All right, and now this is going to be bad for him because I'm just going to play queen to d5, and there is no way to save the mate. I don't think so. Can resign here. What was that? What was that? Now you tell me, and you have to be honest in the chat. You have to be honest in the chat. All the seniors, be honest in the chat. Now you realize why I played so slowly in the first game? Unless your coach shows you, you won't understand the difference. Now you tell me you get knocked out in the tournament like this, will you like that? Be honest, I'm asking you a question. And I mean business. I mean business. Seniors, you have perfectly understood. I'm happy that such a game happened. Now you tell me. Now what's the point? Our opponent was, and he was not a guy who was some 1200, 1884, who has played 1,900 games. He plays like this. Now you tell me, if you play like this and you lose the game and you are knocked out of the tournament, what's the point? Now type in the chat if you have understood what I was trying to teach you in the first game. Please tell me if you have understood. I lost the first game. Yeah, sure. I was trying to teach you patience. There's no logic. I mean, what? 6 minutes and 33 seconds remaining. You can take that, sir. Take it, go home. Take it parcel. I don't care. My last opponent defeated me. I was the loser, but he got my respect. But this guy, whoa, come on. You should have played better than that. Saumitra with a comment has understood that. I am serious, okay? I'm damn serious. I taught you a very important thing here. Seriously, this is exactly what I mean. Patience. If you're not going to play with patience, why bother play, huh? Why bother play? Point noted. Thank you very much. Let us play one more game because this doesn't count as game. I mean, what was this? Oh, there was a question mark. How many rating points did we get? Somebody saw that? How guys, how many rating points did I get? Whoa, look at the comment from Alan. Says the COVID cases was the highest number reported up until now. It's 18,257. Guys, well, please, Alan, do take care. We are, all together. We will all take care collectively. Should do that. People are saying 28. Did I get 28 rating points? Let's find out, guys. I don't know. Yeah, your observation is impeccable. Who can type the spelling of impeccable? Do that. You just learned a word. Impeccable. Impeccable. Your observation is impeccable. So does that mean we are 200? Let's see. Wait a minute. Are we 2000 now or no? No, no. Close to that. We are 1977. Guys, we are 1977. That's correct. Impeccable. Impeccable. I appreciate you would have done this with the. Oh no, Arya marker. No, not E. Not E. All right. Yeah, sure. For Rayansh, it's a new word, he says. RIP spelling. All right, let's play one more game, guys. Let's do that. By the way, can I show you the broadcast room? I'd like to share that. Let's go to the broadcast room. Huh? Wait a minute. Let me show you that. The broadcast room. Oh, see there? So 4 games and well, you'd have the names of the players as well. And they are all set to begin 7 plus 3 when they do. And the broadcast room is here. Fantastic broadcast room in place. Like that. Totally. Anyway, let me know if you like that. Yes, so I'm building on that and time now to start with the next game. So again, we have our green rabbit up there. Again, I'm saying and making it clear, it is not about winning or losing. I don't care about that. What I care about is E4, E5. I care about putting in a good performance. Guys, I don't care. The win losses happen. What I want to show you in this stream, that doesn't mean that you lose. I'm saying make the most of the opportunity you have. What is the point not using the time, playing carelessly and just going home? That's not what I want. I'm going to broadcast it, you know, it's quite serious and then you don't put up a good show. That's going to be disappointing. I don't want that. The broadcast is adjusted according to the player with a higher rating. That's why. Now the broadcast will go on live and Soumitra, what I intend to do is conduct the interviews as I said. So hopefully that means when somebody reaches the semi-finals, I would probably want the player to tell us about the entire journey from the initial rounds right until the semi-final stage. So that's how the interview things will be. My focus is more on the interview thing. I provide the live commentary. Yeah, sure, I can do that. Chatting is disabled that day. I might have one of them, one of the non-playing students, Monitor or Jay, one of them to be as a guest with me. As a guest, I'm saying. Have I shown you that? Well, next time I'll probably show you the guest window. I don't know. Now, Dishin wanted me to play Queen F3. Not happening. Now, here is what I mean. Now, again, I am making it clear. It's not about winning or losing. I'm saying here is what I mean by initiative and tempo. Okay? Going back to what Soumitra said, he did say a line about that, isn't it? Every initiative is, what was that line he said? Every initiative is something he said, isn't it? Anyway, so this one is initiative. What I mean by that is, I'm going to take this bishop, he's going to take back, and then I have queen to b3, attacking b7 and e6 at the same time. That's why I look for the moves with initiative and tempo. You have to understand that. So I'm looking at a fork here, and queen to c8 is the only move. And then I know that knight to g5 is the threat. Now, please type it in the chat. If you're getting everything that I'm saying. Guys, I'm not doing this special stream on Sunday to win. No, I want to teach you something about the fine aspects of the game. Enjoy that and play good chess during the tournament. Yeah, Pooja ma'am, it's a good suggestion by Ayush Tavde. Very good. Deep from Canada, I don't know. He might be in his sleep, but yeah, sure. So now you have realized how the calculation works. Also, type it in the chat if you understood how the calculation works. I know queen c8 was the only move, and bam, our opponent has played a queen c8. So now knight g5 will put extra pressure on the pawn. And here is the big thing about it. If I play this and he by mistake pushes the pawn, whoa, 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 queen f7 is checkmate. If he pushes this pawn, boyo, queen f7 is checkmate. That's how you calculate. That's how you enjoy chess. Again, I'm saying this. That's how you enjoy chess. I don't care the win loss. Oh, come on, I don't care about win loss. Enjoy, take your game to the next level. You know, your competition is with your own past performance and you will do better. Oh, king e7, isn't that extraordinary? Guys, comments. Guys, comments. King to what? Now here is the thing, quick calculation. Can I still go ahead and take here with the queen takes and I'll do this? Guys, quick comment. Can I play knight e7 and is this... But then he will have a lot, is it not? And then he will have queen takes pawn check. Nah. Come on. I'll first castle. Now I think then it is on because otherwise queen takes e7 and he would have this. Now I think I can do that. He has to take with the queen. That's for sure. He has to take with the queen, not with the king. And then this side. Yeah, he doesn't have this. Yeah, he doesn't have that. He doesn't have that. He cannot come here. Yeah, now I can win the rook. He doesn't have this, mind you. Or maybe anything here in this regard. So at the moment he is a piece up, but with the king on e7, suspicious. I have this knight maneuver that can quickly come in place. I'm not worried about the pawn because rook e1 some stage will be very powerful. We are down on time, but thinking. So seniors, I hope, Saumitra in particular, that you're happy with, to see the way things are and how 7 plus 3 should be managed. After this, I will tell you the general breakup of the moves, okay? Definitely you want now to win the rook. Otherwise, he has queen to c6. Mind you, don't delay that. So now we are 2 points up here. Guys, we are 2 points up here. And now please be careful. You really don't want to have your queen trapped. Be very careful with that. That's why I'm going to first play this and set up knight d5. Now the big question. I love this. Now watch this. This will be a check. And after this, I'm attacking the knight twice. And I'm getting my rook into action here. Do you love this? Well, knight here, rook, and I can pin the knight. What say? Does that work? There are so many things now. This pawn is free, by the way, after the knight moves. Point to be noted. Now you can see that when you've planned out, yeah, Mohit is right. Mohit is saying now surely there is no net issue. I completely agree with you, sir. Can I do this here? I'm afraid he will have this and then the bishop there. You know what? Let's be a little concerned about the queen's safety here. So we can definitely play this later. He wanted to play this and get the bishop and then attack the queen, something like that. So Okay, now the knight is surely in trouble here. Now there are so many ways to attack. It's a little overwhelming right now. Yes, it is very overwhelming. I mean, let's go for this anyway because this is initiative and tempo. For sure, the knight cannot move. He has to take there. I like that. And then maybe we can go ahead and double. Oh, wait a minute. If I do this, he has this. But then we take the rook anyway. It doesn't matter. Yeah, and let's not forget we have a check here. Whoa, whoa, we had a check there. Right? If he did that, we had a check here. We would have to go back. All right, so let's see now. I think now we are doing well here with this. If he plays this now, I still have the queen e3 check, by the way. The knight has to go back. There's no way he can do that. And the knight now, if he moves, I think I have rook f7 check. That's the main threat there. We are with +3 score. Now there is no lag here at all. Seniors can probably check that and tell them there's no lag from my end. Absolutely smooth stream. In fact, it has been the smoothest ever. Somebody can type that. I mean it. It's been the smoothest ever. Now the logic of this move is that I'm forcing him to take, but if he does this, I still have queen e3. I'm saying it time and again. Queen e3, the knight has to go back. Otherwise, the knight's free. So now my threat is rook takes and bishop takes and queen takes. Is that mate? Yeah, that's mate. Because of the pawn here. So he took there. He still doesn't have this because of queen check from multiple places. I also have queen f7 after knight moves. If Alan from Kerala says no lag, Namish from USA shouldn't say lag. There is no lag. The stream is as fluent as it ever was. By the way, some people can absolutely comment on how fluent we have been today. And also, if the resolution has been crystal clear, I would love to hear some comments from the seniors, guys. Okay, so you stopped this f7 check. But let's not forget that the bishop is hanging. Yeah, the bishop is hanging here. The bishop is hanging. And I have the check. Can we then do this? Where does the bishop go? Oh, the queen supports it. That's how you're going to do that? The bishop is pinned, right? Please tell me the bishop is pinned. The bishop is pinned, right? I have the queen, right? So I take, he takes, and I take. Yeah, now it's not. Which means that now I can give this check here. I want to move here. The knight is pinned. I want to take here. Guys, we are down on time, but I'm sure you love the fight here. Can I give the check here? No, can't give the check there. I can give this check. and then come here. Enjoy the fight here. Again, I'm saying here, I'm not even looking at win or loss here. I'm looking to project the 7 plus 3 as a general time control here. That's what I'm trying to do here. Wait a minute here. Now you see that at some stage, well, we can have a draw here. Mind you, we can have a draw here. Can give this check here. Let's see what he does, right? We like to do that. Let's try. We have a draw here. We could have again gone here. So everybody make a note of that. We had a draw there. Surely. And now the knight is pinned, by the way. Whoa! Hold on. Guys, 50 seconds. So hold on. There must be something here. Cannot come here. Just checkmate. The knight is pinned. We have 45 seconds here. Okay, wait. Now, pawn push, queening. Does that matter? Does that matter? Does that matter? He doesn't have a check. He does not have a check. Oh, whoa, whoa. What was that? What was that? And now, by the way, I have shown you 3 dimensions. I'm happy did this. Okay. Well, here we go. The third game. And what did this game teach you? 40 seconds. Who's the winner? Who is the winner? Patience. So, Mitra, let me know. And by the way, now how many points did we get? 16? 16. Oh my God. Now we are again 1993. Where are we? 1993? Yes. We are at 1993. Okay. Oh yeah, I could have I think my default settings are, I think I just played the primo, did I? Something like that. I don't know. Maybe by default I just promoted to queen, but even rook was checkmate. Some comments on the game, and by the way, Action Invisible. Hello, Action Invisible. Why are you with the invisible name? What's your real name? Reveal that. Please reveal that. Vyung is saying patience level Ultra Pro Max. And by the way, warning, this is how players like Samartha, Arya, Reyansh, they can come back. Even Hitesh for that matter nowadays. They are good at using their time. Make no mistake. This is fun. So 7 points short of 2000. Would you like me to play one more? Whatever the result, I don't care. It's 2-1 as of now. The first game, we lost to a player who has played 27,000 rapid games. Sorry, better than me, accepted. No problem. No problem. They're saying one more. Sure, I mean, I have no problem in admitting this. His experience just was too much overwhelming for me as well. I mean, 27,000 games. Guys, just allow me and take a chat break of 2 minutes and I'll start. Okay, just give me the break for 2 minutes. All right, guys, thank you for your patience. Now let's continue with our 7 plus 3 setup here. Now what I was looking for is in what way has the stream helped you, and I'm really happy to note that the people have really understood the value of patience here. It's a great asset. You learn patience, what's better than that? 7 plus 3, I told you at the start, the thing is that it is more than double the time that you get. So that is fantastic that you're learning that. Also, there's one more thing that you would have noticed. How important it is when you have a setup where you play against a fairly inexperienced fellow, although the rating might be up to the mark, but the experience counts. Take a look at, let's recap a little bit. What did you see here? What did you find here? The first game that we played, well, the guy was 1900. Rating wise, and seniors would love to get a comment from you. Listen to the point first before you make the comment. I am saying the first guy whom we played with, he was 1900, close to 2000, but 1900. And if you would have said that, okay, some 1900 guy, well, with the experience of 27,000 games, he was at 1900. Like when I say in bullets, I've played 10,000 games, then I'm at 2000. Okay. When you play with such a guy, things are different. Again, what about the second and third game? Well, they were also 1800, is it not? 1800 guys, 1900 guys. Not that they were 1200. Rating wise, fair enough. Why not? I mean, they were more than the under 1400 category, above 1400 category, is it not? So they did not play well using the time. The second game really was a mockery of what 7 plus 3 settings are. These are the things for you to learn. And that is what I want the seniors to comment on. Look at the nature of the three games. The three games taught us a lot in terms of how things change against whom you play. Now, one more thing, how to just go ahead and probably get a fair idea about bifurcation of time. I will say that there was a phase where we lacked in the opening. So I am going to say spend about 2 minutes for the opening. 2 minutes. Because it's plus 3. 2 minutes in the opening is fine. If you are playing, there is a catch. If you are playing, let's say, an opening that you know, then you could play it faster. For example, if I play e4, my opponent plays e5, well, I know I'm playing d4 in the game number 2 and in game number 3. Now you saw that. I played e4, opponent played e5, d4 it is. Then you don't have to think. What happened in the first game though? He tried the perk defense and then his second move was c6. I hope you remember that. Those who were live from the start, I'm sure you remember what that scene. And I said that c6 is not the move. Then you have to spend some time. But as long as you're playing something that you know, that's why preparation is important. It's just the time saver at the opening phase of the game. Like you have seen that. Also, you remember the time when I took that bishop on e6, when our opponent played f takes e6, and then I said queen b3, attacking b7 and e6. Well, I've seen that setup. And then queen c8 and knight g5. So then it did not take a lot of time. It's very, very important. Okay. So the thing is, utilize this and then decide about time spending. But I would say more or less 2 minutes is fine. Okay. For the opening, I'm saying. Let's say middle game and the ending now. For the end game, take the last game as a good example. Okay. We were down on time. The last game I'm talking. But there was a clear winning opportunity and it's plus 3. So then you really don't mind being under a minute. If you know that clearly it is the time that you have converted it and then it is about promoting a pawn and finishing the game, you don't mind being under a minute at that stage. So the chunk after the 2 minutes should be given to the middle game where you don't want to be down heavily on the material. You don't want to do that. Like in the last game, I knew my opponent has played king e7. That means that his bishop was always going to struggle and the bishop struggled. Always on the square g7. You saw what happened there. The bishop was deprived of the diagonal and maybe, it just was stuck up on the g7 square. That is what is important. Okay. Chunk of the time for the middle game, and then probably if you are winning, then even under a minute, but with plus 3, end game is fine. Let me know if you probably have understood this setup. It's not a hard and fast rule. I'm just giving you a general idea. It's like your question paper at school. It's a general idea, not that you have to follow that. Like if it's about 2 minutes, play some move. General idea. Rest is up to you. Now it is almost 7, but let's play one more game. That's, I think, fair enough. Let's complete it at 4, just to highlight the points that we discussed. Let's see what opponent we get. Okay. Let's go to the streaming now. We have a challenger, but I'm not taking challenges. I'm sorry. We had a challenger from Meeps, and probably that is Deep. Is it? Why does it sound familiar to me? Why does it look familiar? But I'm not taking challenges even if it is 7 plus 3. I'm not doing that. I will go ahead and select an opponent. New opponent it is. But why do I feel Meeps is the idea of one of my students? It rhymes with deep, but is it? I don't know. Let's hope that the green rabbit finds somebody with 7 plus 3. I'm not selecting anything around that, strictly waiting for someone to accept that challenge. Just to make things clear about how 7 plus 3 should be dealt with. Also in the chat, let me know if all of you now have a second. Very important. If you have. Jay, what about the messages? Next time, please incorporate the time control on WhatsApp message. Oh, we are playing with the black pieces. So enough of the Danish gambit. We'll have to probably switch to Alakai. E4 is knight f6. That there is no doubt about. Let's see what happens. Hey, has been accepted by Meeps. Fantastic. So this is one way of getting it. Now, why do I feel that this is one of our students? I think so. I 100% think that he is one of our students. I don't quite remember when, where, how many years, but I feel. Now, look at what I'm doing here. Again, something about 2 minutes that I highlighted. These are all the things that I've played before. So look at what's happening here. This is not new. This position has occurred in most of my Alakine games. So as long as there is nothing new, there's no need to think much. And now we are at 7 plus, 7 minutes and 9 seconds. Sure, that's not bad, is it? Can I pin the knight first here? I can do that, right? Let's do that first. He doesn't have any kind of sacrifice. I don't think so. This bishop here. I'm okay with it. Now, one thing, why I am happy is with the fact that he is 2058 along with the students who have done well. He also qualifies. I think it's a he. I think it's a he. I recollect is definitely one of the students. Surely. But yeah, 2058. That's awesome. Should be 6. Bishop f6. I don't know. Bishop f6. Now this one has changed the texture of the game a little bit, although not by much. Okay, a little bit. I always have knight b4. Oh, this should be nice. With knight b4, you just have to be careful with this queen set up with the bishop. There could be a checkmate threat. You have to be careful about that, mindful about those things. But at the moment, black is doing fine. Let this be said. So maybe this bishop, f6, putting extra pressure here. I'll do that. I would like to have as many targets for my bishop as much as I can. Okay. So yes, I have played with him a year ago. Alan has interesting insight. So maybe he went to Leeches and he has gone through the profile. And yes, we have played a year ago. So he is definitely one of my students. But I don't recollect whether it is Deep or somebody else because it rhymes with Deep, but I'm not sure. What's the experience like now? Let's see. 3,900, that's 4,000 games. 9,000 bullet games, that's as many as I have played. That is brilliant. And 950 rapid games. There are 73 classical games. So I think the total would be more than what I have played. Here is a great example of how students have also surpassed the number of games that I have played. Whoa, huge. That's nice. Okay, now I don't know if that is so great. Because now if I take, I'll take and I'm going to win the pawn here. I don't know. And now he doesn't have this typical checkmate threat where the knight is hanging. I don't care about that, do I? Now how about initiative and tempo? Shall I go ahead and take the bishop? He will have to do that. No, why should I, right? Why should I? Yeah, no, no, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. By the way, having gotten good targets for the bishop is a good idea. The bishop on f6, and still we are now, let's say, an hour and 5 minutes into the stream, and the stream is going good. Stream is going as fluent as ever. One more thing why I'm happy for my student here is he is using his time. You see, now here is the thing. Do I want to take here and give him good central pawns? I know that it's a bishop. Now understand what I'm saying. I know it's a bishop. But then if I take there, he is able to take with the f pawn. And then he has a pawn on e3 and d4. And then the rook gets the open f file. The question is, can that be a weakness? And can I double up and triple up there and do something in that regard? I'll do that. I'll take that risk. I will do that. Yeah. Let's go ahead and target this. By the way, the pawn on c6 is so nice. It stops any silly knight maneuvers. And the bishop has good targets in place. I like that. At one point, I could also play bishop g5. That's also targeting e3. Hey, thanks, Mohit. Mohit with the update about the number of subscribers now that we have. Okay. What's the way? If I play bishop here, what's going to happen? Let's first try this. What's it? Or let's first play queen. Surely we can do that. If we do this, interesting. Very interesting. Jay, there's no lag. Sorry, no lag. If I play this, then I play this. Oh, not there. Can't go there. Can't go there. Can't do that. Guys, the entire focus is now onto that pawn there. Entire focus has come to that point now. Whoa. Bishop back and then then c5. I don't know. With c5, he has knight to d5. Maybe we'll stop this. A pawn push, a subtle pawn push. Very subtle indeed. What do you want to do now? Getting the rook active. Surely. f6. I don't mind playing f6. The bishop has a square to go back. I don't quite mind that. So clearly he wants to do this. Shall I do this? I don't know with the idea to go here. I still can do this, mind you. It's not a trap. That's why I did that. And by the way, G3, I think what that does is that his rook doesn't now, his rook doesn't have the H3 square, or for that matter, the queen. Is it not? That's what probably happened. Yeah, so Jay, there is no lag. Yeah, so it was for Jay. What was so funny? Did I miss something? Did I miss something? What was that? Guys, what happened there? did I what happened? I want to put the other rook also on the e5. I don't know what this crazy game is, but yeah. This one is good, you? I don't care. Oh, what am I doing? Oh no, not the pawn push. No, not the pawn push. Not the pawn push. How about this? I don't care about this c6 pawn. I will do this. Maybe then go for this. Who knows? Yeah, maybe now I'm going for this. The knight moves, I'll take the pawn. That was an important move, guys, because now if he had played this, there was this pin here. Okay. How about the queen coming back? Don't want to come back. Intense battle going on. That was cool. That was cool. Touch to move. I think this one is forced. No prizes for guessing that. No prizes for guessing that. I like this move. However, this one here, yeah, I always thought that. And he played that. What are the chances, huh? What are the chances? Thought that he played that. I'm now going to put the rook there, maybe. Okay. So let's see how this one goes. One rook less and I'll be able to get in g6. Hats off to my student. Ojas mode on. Hey, Ojas mode on. Ojas, how are you? And by the way, I always ask this to students who are out of the region where we are based. So how are the things in Varda? I hope that they are better, improving. I would like to believe that. Okay, well, this is something that I had not anticipated he'll play. Can I do this? I can do this. No, wait. If it takes this with what am I going to take? Oh, it took it like that. I can take with the rook here. I can take with the bishop, with the pawn. Oh, there are so many things to do with the bishop. Let's give bishop the full scope. Okay. Hmm. I'm not sure about that move because I have a check here. In fact, this one is, yeah, I would have so loved that. Yeah. Now, this one I don't know, but he wants to win the pawn. He wants to win that pawn so bad. And I cannot do anything about it. Yeah, I cannot do anything about it. That is sad, isn't it? I cannot do anything about it. Check here, maybe? Okay. Touch and go, guys. Oh, I'm happy.